Member for Kelowna Mission.
Don Urban has worked for the same company for 35 years and earns a good middle-aged income as an airline pilot. But the rising costs of essentials from groceries to fuel means that Don has a shrinking paycheck with nothing left at the end of the month. Don says, and I quote, "The system is not fair as I watch my income be fed upon in interest rate hikes, climate change taxes, fuel taxes, food, etc., etc., etc." End quote. This is the reality of the NDP's middle-class squeeze that has Don and others referring to the Okanagan as, and I quote, "Brokanagan." When will the Premier give Don and countless others a break from the rising cost of everything under the NDP, specifically from exorbitant taxes on home heating?
Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the member for the question. And I want to say we recognize that people are facing real challenges when it comes to cost of living. I mean, global inflation and high interest rates are raising costs. You know, we get that. And to that end, we are trying to support people in many different ways. And we know, I think the member was referring to middle-class families, not middle-aged families, but middle-class families are definitely feeling real challenges. But we have taken action to try to help those middle-class families and to try to help all families in this province. I mean, making sure that we have reduced childcare has been substantial. I'm not sure if Don has children that are in childcare, but people that have children in childcare are putting a minimum of $900 back in their pockets, and it is helping them a month. And that's substantial, a month, up to $900 a month. You know, that's incredible. You know, reducing ICBC rates, I'm sure Don drives, you know, $400 a year for drivers, that's substantial. Building more homes for middle-income people. You know, right across the province, I don't think there's very few places in the province where we're not working hard with municipalities. I mean, every municipality in the province got a substantial amount of funding to work towards infrastructure. And that funding was going right in to support those communities to ensure that they have the infrastructure to expand on their housing, because we know all kinds of housing is needed in this province, whether it's low-income people, middle income, we know that they need that housing. And we've boosted BC's family benefit. Not sure if Don has children, but every family in this province has had a boost to their income with BC's family benefit. And there's many more options and many more things that we've been doing, Minister Speaker. I'd be happy to expand on it more.
Kelowna Mission Supplemental.
Well, breaking news, BC is the most unaffordable jurisdiction in Canada. So that response from the minister will be nothing more than cold comfort to Don, who's had to delay his retirement thanks to the NDP's record high spending with record low results. And he is far from alone. Tanya Harding and her husband both hold well-paying jobs, yet they are feeling the pinch of shrinking paychecks thanks to the NDP's record-breaking inflationary deficits and failed policies. With active young children and aging parents to care for, Tanya says, and I quote, "I only buy groceries that are on sale now," end quote. How much worse does it need to get before the Premier admits that the NDP's record-breaking inflationary deficits are making the middle-class squeeze worse? And will he give Tanya's family a break on heating their home this winter?
Minister of Finance.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I just want to point out to the member that actually everyday families in BC are actually paying lower taxes under our... So a family with 2 children making $100,000 a year, they pay 34% less, 34% less in provincial taxes than what they did in 2016. Also, a family earning $30,000, they don't pay taxes. In fact, they now get $2,500 back in their pockets, unlike under the former government. You know, and yes, big corporations are paying a little more. Yes, they are. And that money is going right back into supporting average British Columbians right across the province. And I asked the member opposite, so what would they cut? Would they cut the childcare programs? Would they cut the supports to people so that they can pay lower taxes? You know, we get it. Times are tough, things are expensive, but we are providing supports to people to help them right across the province.